Hello all and welcome back to the channel. Today, handbrake, the spring plate, everything what we'll do with the rear axle. I will do first the right side, but first of all we will put in the handbrake cable. So let's get cracking. Well, first of all, this is the old type of handbrake cable with a grease nipple on it. We need to grease that whole line up before we put it back in, because this is iron and we don't want that to rust. So how will we do that? Greasing this up? Well, very easy. You take some grease and put that in your hand here, like that. Put it a little bit along the threads here. This coming out at the front. So, and for the rest, you just slide it through and all the grease will stay on that line. So, okay. Now, this is the hole there for the handbrake cable, and we put that in. It will be messy. I know you guys will want to see how I do that, but it's just an easy way to grease up that line. Just slide it in. How much grease? It all depends. I take a lot. Okay. And it's a long way to the front. Now we're almost at the end. Put that in like that, and make sure that the grease nipple is downsided. This will go underneath it for the moment. So that's in. I do it on the other side. I will not bore you with that. So you have seen how I do that. Now I go to the other side. Well, this is the left side. Spring plate and torsion bar. I will disassemble it and clean it up and make it like new again. So let me set up this camera and here we go, cleaning. Well, first of all, we need to disassemble it. They can be pretty stuck in there, but let's see how it goes with this one. Just take a nylon hammer. That was easy, so you'll see already a little bit of rust. But we will clean that very nice again, and leave it in bare metal. I will oil it a little bit so it will not rust again. So I will take all this paint off and paint it back again. Clean this up also. So yeah, here we go. So this is still the original one. I've cleaned it up a little bit, so look if there's not so much rust anymore in it. If the teeth are still good, none is broken off or something like that, and the pitting of the rust is not too deep. Overall, it's in a very good condition, so I can reuse that. Same deal for this one, but this one is in grease, so normally will not be a problem. So this is hardened steel. If you use your vice grip on it, it will not leave any marks, almost none. But at the end, like this, it will stay at place. This is the reason why I cleaned this up, because underneath the paint you see that here there's rust, so I want that rust gone, so it will not be break in the future. Better than first, huh? So as I told before, I will keep those tools here without any paint. Though that's too big, so we take a smaller one than this one, and we just run it over the teeth, so the teeth will not have any paint. Like that, you see. Same deal for the other side. That's done. Now we have to prep it to paint. I will use just an ordinary zinc spray. And after that, a beautiful gray color. But so now I degrease it. Look how dirty it still is. That will be gone now. So this is already painted in zinc spray, so it's looking very nice. So this is the end result. Let's get that dry, and then we're going to push that back into the axles. Okay, now we have the torsion bar here. The two ends with the teeth on are two different diameters. So the big diameter goes in the spring plate. So this one has to be put in here, and the other one in the shaft there. But first of all, we're going to grease it up. Good amount of grease on. That we apply here, and then we put it here inside. Like that. Then I'm knocking it in until you hear that hard knock. And then it sits very deeply. For the rest, it's painted, yeah, but I don't want any rust anymore, so I will spray some grease on it. Good amount of grease, like that. And then again, amount of grease on top here, and we apply that again through all the threads. And now the fun part. We put this in. Oh no, we don't put it in, sorry. I did forgot something. A new rubber, and we apply some grease here, so it will go very smoothly on. Like that. Push it firmly to the end, like that. And now a little bit of grease on it. And I put that in and let it sit here. Okay, now I know from the pictures where I have to set this spring plate here. It's a bit difficult with the arm here, but we will try it. So we have to set it back to the original position. Normally they do it with a measurement advice, but I know it from the early stage where it was. That's too low, so one teeth up. Nope, that's too low. You see why I put so much grease on? You can take it off very easy, and it was like that. So that's the right place. And now, a little trick to get it back in place now. There's some torsion on it. So now I need it just above this edge here to knock it in, so it will sit in place. So you take a bolt, set it in, just a nut on the back. Let me see if I can take it different. I will not attack the paint. Now we have to turn it until it fits that hole above. Just something like that. Take a pin in here, and now we screw it upside down. And as you can see, it goes up already. And at that moment, you keep that shaft ready to go in that sleeve. Now we turn that up a little bit more. It's starting to get heavy. Okay, we can push that in, but I want to go up because I want to put that easily in here, the shaft. Okay, so that's straight here. Now we're going to tap it in. So that's practically already in, but there's a new rubber on it, and that's the difficulty now. So here we need the other rubber. It's almost in, but it cannot go any further because this rubber is not pushed in already. It's not an old one, it's a new one. So grease that up. Okay. Now, this is conic. If you can see, it's conic. So the conic side, the lowest side, must be outside. So we push that in. Let me take something to tap it in. Okay. Now, a little bit grease inside the bracket. Okay. Put it over it. Oh, it's the other side, sorry. Okay. Now some anti-seize grease. Make sure that all the threads are in grease. This is the reason why you have to clean them. Don't know if I can get it. Second one. And this will be a little difficult because it's a new, there are new rubbers in. So the first thread is always difficult. So you have to be sure from the beginning. Now we can drive it a little bit in. And hopefully I can take the threads on the back side. Okay. Nope, I can't. Over here. This one is rubbing already there, so that is something I don't want. Maybe if I do that. That's a little bit difficult now. So I cannot take the back threads. So loosen up. Let me try first the ones at the back. Maybe then it go easier in. That is going to be strong, I guess. This one is in. I still don't have no shocks for the moment. I didn't order them yet. So now what we can do is push that rubber a little bit inside now. Hopefully I can get that other thread from the bolt a place. So if you want to do it by the specs, look in your book and then you will see how much spec it has. Okay, now we have to still attach the shaft to this one. So how we do that? I'm going to take this one here and turn it up. Okay. So at one point it's really high enough. Now we take the jack and we just jack it up. Now we jack it up until we got contact with the torsion plates. Okay, here we go. Now the torsion is lifting up the body now. And now it's possibly loose. Okay. Now we can loosen up the bolts. You have to take that out because bolt here in place. A little bit more, and there it goes. Okie dokie. 3 bolts here, and that's a 19. That's the last bolt. So now we can lower the jack stand, and you see everything stays in place now. It's all bolted on. Oops. There he goes. Well, the brake cables are in, and the spring plate is also in place, left and right. So in the next video I will do the brakes. I will show you how I do it. So it depends if you do it the same or not. Hopefully I can give you some tricks about this. Well, thank you very much for watching my videos. Please like, comment and subscribe, because the algorithm is a big deal here on YouTube, so do also that likey button. So in the meantime, I thank you very much for watching, and I see you on the next video. And never forget, it always stays a hobby.